I can hit it. And as you guys can see, the metal table indented before the stone. Eddie from Harlembling. In this video, we're going to talk about the hardness as well as the brittleness of diamonds versus moissanite versus other stones. And what you will find out will most likely shock you. You have to remember, the stuff that you hear in the popular media is not fact. There's science and there's opinion. And we're going to go over the science behind it. So, the hardness level of diamonds is a 10, while moissanite is a 9.25. Some places say a 9.5 on the MOHS scale. What does that mean? That means that diamond is harder than moissanite. Moissanite could get scratched by diamond, but not the other way around. But this is the most important thing I will say this whole video. Hardness or softness is not the same as toughness or brittleness. Those are two separate, how should I say it, characteristics of an item. It is not the same thing. Hardness is the ability to resist deformation, while the brittleness or toughness is how much energy the item can absorb until it breaks. So let's take an example. This phone, it's hard, right? The surface is very hard. If you hit it, it will shatter. Why? It is hard, but at the same time it is very brittle. A knife cannot scratch it because it is hard, but at the same time is brittle. This Play-Doh, however, you will hit it and it will absorb the energy. That means that it's tough. However, you could cut it easily because it is not hard. Diamonds are very brittle. The GIA website itself says that diamonds are brittle. It is one of the most brittle things out there. And I'm going to get into why in a few minutes. But moissanite is actually one of the hardest materials out there. This is a 10 millimeter 4 carat moissanite stone. And there's videos that have the same thing with real diamonds. I can hit it. And as you guys can see, the metal table indented before the stone. I can hit it away all I want. This stone, and I'm really hitting it. Guys, a simple Google search will show you how many times people have issues with their diamonds, especially women with their engagement rings breaking. Diamonds is a very brittle stone. Listen, GIA would not say that themselves on the website. GIA is in the business of certifying diamonds and essentially having them sold to consumers. For GIA to admit it means that there's a huge issue. SI diamonds especially, but even VS and VVS diamonds have fracture points. Fracture points are cracks, breaks, or carbon spots in the stone which mess up the molecular integrity of it and make them chip even easier. Prongs on the rings could also chip the stones. That's why whenever you're buying an engagement ring, it's very important, especially a natural diamond or a lab diamond ring, to take it out of the setting to examine the stone. Because behind the prongs, there's often chips and cracks. A huge percentage of diamonds have fracture points. That's what dealers will enhance, and they drill into the stone and put glass or sometimes silica to cover up those fracture points. Moissanite is much more tough than a diamond. It is not as hard. So if your primary concern is you're walking around with a ring and you're walking around with a lot of diamond covered drill bits and you're afraid that you'll get your ring scratched up, then you buy a diamond. But if you're wearing jewelry and you're more afraid of the stones cracking and chipping, moissanite is a better option. Like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Until next time, Eddie from Harlembling.